Chapter 6 of Puss in Boots, Jr. in Fairyland. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Puss in Boots, Jr. in Fairyland by David Cory. Chapter 6. A Letter from Home. Well, the sunbonnet did fit little Miss Mouse, so I didn't have to send her another, as I said I might in the last story. So Puss Jr. continued his journey, and by, as he jogged along on his circus horse, a carrier pigeon flew up and gave him a letter, and on the envelope was written in his father's handwriting, "Master Puss in Boots, Jr., somewhere, New Mother Goose Land." "Whoa!" cried our little traveler. "Let's rest a moment beneath these shady trees while I read this letter from my dear father." Then the carrier pigeon settled herself on a branch overhead, and the circus horse nibbled the green grass, while Puss, Jr., opened the envelope and read, "My dear, dear son, this is to tell you that I am well, but miss you. When you have seen the world, remember that home is here and your father waiting for his little Puss Jr. Affectionately, Father Puss in Boots." "It is good to hear from home," sighed the little traveler, and he put the letter back into the envelope and placed it in the pocket of his coat, and after that he set off once more upon his journey. And by he came to a big hollow tree in which lived a little dwarf who earned his living by gathering poppies and selling them to people who couldn't sleep at night. Of course they were grown-up people, for children never have any trouble about sleeping, for the kind Sandman who always comes at night time sees to that, you know. "Helloa, Sir Cat!" cried the dwarf. "Do you sleep at night? For if you don't, I will sell you a big red poppy, and you know that poppies make people sleep." "Do they make one dream?" asked little Puss, Jr. "Yes, indeed, my good Sir Cat," answered the dwarf, picking a poppy out of his basket and handing it to the little traveler. "This poppy will give you a wonderful dream. Smell its perfume when you go to bed to-night, and you will dream of wonderful things." "Thank you," said Puss, taking the flower and placing it in his buttonhole. "I will do as you say when evening comes. Until then, may I sit down by you and rest?" And then he told the dwarf all about his adventure, and when he had finished it was evening, so he curled up on some dry leaves with the big red poppy close beside him and had a wonderful dream. Now it really wasn't the poppy that brought the dream to Puss. Oh, my, no. It was a little bird with pink wings and a blue breast. She was called the Dream Bird in New Mother Goose Land, and she always came around just as the twinkle, twinkle star was peeping from the sky. And the first thing she did was to sing her dream song, and this is the way it went. "Here's a little dream for you from the bird with breast of blue. Listen, while I sing it low, while the tiny fireflies glow. Close your tired eyes and sleep, while the shadows tiptoe creep." And then Puss, Jr., dreamed that he was back once more with his father, the famous Puss in Boots, in the castle of my Lord of Carabas, and he was fishing in the moat for little minnows, and he was just about to pull one out and eat it when he awoke with a start to find it was morning and that he was far, far away. So he rubbed his eyes and pulled on his red top boots and stood up, and the big red poppy which he had fastened in his buttonhole was faded and didn't look pretty any more. So he threw it away and started off on foot to find his breakfast, for the big circus horse had gone back to the circus. End of chapter 6.